Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about a non-traditional way of selling on Etsy. Now, I don't know how many people watching are already selling digital downloads on Etsy. If you are, let me know in the comments below, but it is something that I think is underutilized and I think it's going to grow a lot in the coming year or few years, okay? I actually know of some software coming down the pipeline that I'm excited to talk about and show you guys that is going to make selling digital downloads on Etsy a lot easier by streamlining a lot of the processes and also making them, I don't know how to describe it other than just making them easier to do and making them look more professional. So it's actually going to be easier to make top-notch, high-quality digital downloads. So in this video, I want to kind of prep everybody, get you familiar with Etsy digital downloads. I'm going to show you a tutorial of how to create your first digital downloads listing in this video. And then sometime in the near future, we're going to talk more about how to really build a business on Etsy selling digital downloads. So let's get started. Quick reminder, take advantage of the free weekly print on demand giveaway. 2 winners are going to be randomly selected and announced this Sunday. They're going to receive a license to Flying Research, print on demand research tools, AutomatePOD, design creation automation, All American Graphics, premium Premade graphics, and Bubble Scout, my go-to Redbubble niche research and validation tool. The link is at the top of the description. And while you're down there, I've got a free 8-day print on demand mini course to walk you through getting your Etsy shop up and running. So you should check that out if you're interested in getting started on Etsy. And I've got a great print on demand Facebook group. So all the links to those are in the description below. All right, from the top, guys, we are talking about selling on Etsy today. I still do get like messages and questions from people about where do I get started? You know, I want to sell print on demand, or I want to sell, I feel like digital downloads are very closely related to print on demand. It's just even easier to deliver the product because we don't have to rely on anybody to produce the physical product and ship it out following the order. Because it's digital the whole way through, they just download the file. And actually Etsy will facilitate delivery of the file. So it is very much streamlinable and automated. So if you're not on Etsy already, guys, use the link in the description. You'll get 40 free Etsy listings. There's absolutely no reason not to use that link, except because if you don't, you're not going to get 40 free listings. It does cost money to list on Etsy. Each renewal or new listing costs 20 cents. So it's not breaking the bank, but it's like $8 free, I think. So might as well take it. All right, so we're talking about digital downloads. We covered that. What do you sell though as a digital download? So I went ahead, I did a little bit of research just to run some ideas by you guys. I don't want this video to be an hour long, so I'm not going to go and like do a tutorial of how to create various designs. You know, you can hire designers, you can do them yourself. You definitely have options as far as that goes. All right, so the first example I wanted to show you, they are selling a digital download of license plates. All right, and some of these are like rusted and old style. I would never think to do this, so it's actually pretty cool. And it looks like they are selling letters and numbers. Okay, so I guess the idea is you have each letter and number and you can mix and match them to form words and create your own custom art. So that's a pretty cool idea for a digital download. Here's another one. This is over 300 SVG files and it is City Street Network. So I guess this is like, this reminds me of like maybe a metro or something. Anyways, I guess it's like, yeah, or I guess an overview of the street grids in a city. So I've seen people that actually have posters like this in their houses, and this can actually lead to that. Like you can get the, SVG file that's resolution independent. So you can blow it up, you can make it small easily, and it's not going to look bad. And you could go and use this in a print on demand listing and sell like print on demand wall art, and actually have the physical component, but you could start right here with these vector files, and they're actually charging over $40 basically for these SVGs, and it's a bestseller. So they're making $40 per sale selling digital, selling ones and zeros. That's what digital means. So there's some money to be made here, guys. This was a funny one. I think Google sent me here, or was it Etsy? I don't remember. So they are selling, and at a glance, you might think, oh, I'm going to get the physical delivery of this wall art. Well, you're not. This is just a nice little mock-up. What you're going to get is you're going to get the digital downloads for the prints, okay? They call it prints. And this one's kind of funny because they're like kind of mocking people that go crazy with wall art. I kind of associate people that go crazy with wall art and have lots of wall art all over the place in their house with Etsy. I just think the two remind me of each other. Anyways, this is mature bedroom prints. And as you can see there, you have some mature graphics. And they're not even like, they're not good graphics. Like you can make these in like 2 seconds. So what's cool is this is easy to make. And just because of how they marketed it, they're doing quite well on Etsy, and they're charging $18 for these files. Another example, nursery art prints. So again, just a good artist, and they're mocking it up as wall art prints. At the end of the day though, you are just delivering the digital download. So that's pretty cool. Here is more wall art, and it is text-based. You maybe even be able to like automate this with AutomatePOD. Shout out to the sponsors. And it's just words and their funny definitions. So in this case, it's hangry, right? And they're marketing it as kitchen wall art. All right, so we're gonna move on to actually creating our product listing on Etsy. But as far as creating your digital download file that the customer is going to receive delivery of, guys, there's a couple ways to go about it. Again, like in this example I'm gonna show you, I just created a super simple PNG file. Now, this is not the most common way of doing it. Typically, you'll at least be selling an SVG file, which I said is resolution independent, so you can scale it up. You can blow it up to any size and it works. PNG, you cannot do that, but either way, this is just a simplicity example. But you could, there's ways of, acquiring graphics legally. You can make them yourselves. You can hire designers. You can do photographs. I invite you to go to Etsy, do some exploring if you're still like, oh, well, what am I actually going to sell? I'm going to show you some examples here of some crazy, well, one more example at least of like a crazy simple design. They're not selling it for super expensive, but it is in fact making sales. And the whole point, guys, is that this is scalable, passive. It doesn't require maintenance, right? You do it and you just like leave it, and Etsy fulfills the orders for you, right? And it's just digital downloads. So anyways, I made a super simple graphic. It says 2 + 2 = 4. Perfect. All right, so now we go into Etsy. I click add a listing. As you can see, I have some free ones because I used a referral code, and there's one in the description here. So you can take advantage of the free Etsy listings. All right, so when we're creating a listing on Etsy, first thing, we need to add photos. Now, where the heck are we going to generate photos of this simple 2 + 2 = 4 graphic? Well, why not somewhere like Redbubble? There's no right or wrong way of doing this, guys. It's just if you go to Redbubble and upload your artwork, it's going to create a bunch of mockups right away. It's very quick, very easy, very simple. So I actually like this as the primary image on Etsy for the digital download file that we're selling, because you can create all of these from that digital download file that we're selling. So that's how I think we should market it, right? You can also go, after you create the listing on Redbubble, you can go to any of the products that it shows you right away after it's created, and you can go to view product page. From here, you can grab additional pictures, renderings, mockups. So I've got like the sticker of 2 + 2 = 4 on a water bottle. I've got, magnets here on a fridge. So I'm going to upload those to the Etsy listing as well, because hey, why not? All right, so now we've got a few images on our listings. You can do whatever you want. You can go crazy with this. You can put it on t-shirts, on wall art, on anything, okay? Spend as much time or as little time as you would like with these digital downloads. Just keep in mind, guys, your time is money. So you have to kind of figure out in your head what the answer to the equation is. Are you going to sell more by spending a ton of time tricking out and making one listing look really good, or moving really quickly and getting 10 listings up in the time it would have taken you to do one really good listing? You have to figure that out for yourself. But here we go. We've got the photos up. We're good. As far as title goes, well, I found a bestseller here. Super simple, very similar to my design actually, in that it's just white and black, right? Black foreground and probably just transparent background. Very simple title as well. They just say F it, because that's what the design is. And then it says instant download, SVG, PNG, EPS, DXF, JPG, digital download. So all those are file extensions. You would include them if you're going to include those file extensions, which you can look into converting, file conversions. It's certainly possible. I would recommend though, always start with the resolution independent format, which would be SVG, and then you can convert into the other file formats, which by the way, the software that I alluded to earlier will do that for us. So it's going to be a really nice way again of creating like top-notch digital downloads on Etsy. So we've got our title there. I kind of borrowed the idea from that best-selling listing. About this listing, who made it? I did. What is it? It's a finished product. And what year was it made? I put 2020 to 2022. Category, it is digital prints. All right, we move on to renewal options. I just put it as automatic. Type, I put digital. So Etsy has it right there. A digital file that buyers will download. Perfect. Description. Again, I just used kind of the other listing that we just looked at for inspiration for as what to use for a description. You can use whatever you think is best, whatever you see fit. If you don't know what to put, go exploring, look at similar product listings and see what they put. Typically, the shops that are very well established in this space selling digital downloads will have pretty good insights as far as what to include in a description. You can see they've got like the stars there and all caps. This is a digital product, instant download only. No physical product will be sent. You can see they made that emphasized because they've probably had enough of a headache going back and forth with customers who thought they were actually getting a physical product. So, you know what I'm saying? Just take a hint there. As far as tags, I always recommend using all 13 tags on Etsy. So I went ahead and came up with like 13 different tags: math design, 2+2, simple edition, math teacher, math class, wall art. That tag could be useful. So yeah, use your imagination, come up with tags. There's also tag generators. The software that I'll eventually show you guys will have a built-in tag generator as well. So that's going to be super useful. Price range, guys, recommended based on what I was looking at. 50 cents to, $10 is probably what I would be looking at. I actually uploaded a bundle of graphics as a test and didn't expect it to ever sell for $9.99. I've made 2 sales to date. So yeah, that's $20 that I wouldn't have had otherwise that I now have. Etsy has a huge reach as far as customers and customer base. So as far as this simple graphic, 2 + 2 = 4, price, I did 49 cents. Quantity, I did 9.99 because it's unlimited, because it's digital. Digital files, now you have to upload the file itself, guys. So you're gonna have to click upload file. And here's the thing, you got some options. Now, in my very basic demo that I've done for you guys, where I didn't do any conversions or anything like that, all I've done is create a PNG. Well, I can just upload the PNG, but then I need to go back to my title and description and make sure that I didn't put anywhere that I'm gonna deliver anything more than just a PNG format, okay? Alternatively, and more commonly, you're gonna see people promising delivery of like PSD format, maybe AI format, PNG format, PDF format, SVG format, etc. Then you typically will put it in a zip file like this and deliver it that way. I don't know why my webcam is messed up. Let's see if I can fix it. There we go. Yeah, so you'll typically, maybe zip the file and deliver it that way. Another way I've seen people doing it, and I actually had to do this myself for that $10 bundle that I alluded to earlier, I uploaded a zip file because it was too large. I think the Etsy limit is 20 megabytes. So I went ahead and I uploaded it to filestack.io. I don't want to say free. I basically have access to it through my Teachable school because I pay Teachable to host my online school. And then I get access to filestack.io for, I think, unlimited uploads. So when I have like a 40 or 50 megabyte file, I just drag, drop, upload it. And what I then do is on Etsy, I will upload a text file, and that's the deliverable that the buyer will receive. In that text file, I just say, thank you for your download, or thank you for your order. You can download the files here. And then it's just a link to ultimately the link generated by FileStack. All right, guys, and that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to cover today for Etsy digital downloads. I hope this was like a, 100 level. If we're in like college courses, this is like a 100 level freshman introductory, get your first exposure to the concept type tutorial. If it was helpful, let me know in the comments below, and also let YouTube know by hitting that like button and that subscribe button. Before I sign off, guys, wanted to remind you, I've got a great print on demand course walking you through how I make 6-figure sales every single year. You can find out more about that using the link in the description. Thank you again for watching, guys. Have a good night.